So, good day sir, my name is Manar Danutan from BSN3C. So, today po, I will be discussing the hypophosphatemia and hyperphosphatemia. So, before that, what is phosphate? So, phosphate is a crucial element in our body that plays a numerous vital roles in our body, including bone and teeth formation, energy production, enzyme function, muscle contraction, pH balance, and cell signaling. Next, what is hypophosphatemia? So, hypophosphatemia is a condition characterized by low phosphate in our blood. So, the hypophosphatemia is a condition that the phosphate in our blood is too low. So, let's move on to the next, which is the causes of hypophosphatemia. So, first is the most common cause of hypophosphatemia, which is the renal function. So, a condition marked by low phosphate levels in blood. The kidneys are critical for regulating the phosphate levels. So, one of the functions of the kidneys is to regulate the phosphate levels by absorbing the phosphate from urine pabalik sa bloodstream. So, ang kidneys is nagre-reabsorb ng phosphate galing sa urine pabalik sa bloodstream. So, kapag ang renal function is hindi na nagpa-function ng maayos or impaired, this absorption is less efficient. So, this absorption is less efficient, increasing phosphate. So, kapag ang renal function is impaired or hindi na nagpa-function ng maayos, yung absorption is less efficient na. And then, mag-increase na yung phosphate exertion and magkakos na siya ng hypophosphatemia. Next is decreased intestinal absorption. So, condition affecting the small intestine. Condition which is affecting the small intestine ability to absorb nutrients. So, in this condition, ang small intestine or large intestine is naapektuhan na yung ability niya to absorb nutrients including phosphate, and it will lead to lower phosphate levels or hypophosphatemia. Next is the increased renal elimination. So, the kidneys plays a crucial role in maintaining phosphate balance in our body. So, dito, ang kidney now plays a crucial role or important role in maintaining phosphate balance in our body. So, they filter phosphate. So, ang kidneys is nag-filter ng phosphate galing sa blood and nire-absorb niya a significant portion back into the bloodstream to prevent excessive loss. So, kapag ang kidneys is nag-excrete ng too much phosphate, it will lead to hypophosphatemia. Next is the deep bone pain. So, deep bone pain or pananakit ng buto or bones. Next is the seizures. So, sudden uncontrolled electrical disturbance in the brain cause changes in your behavior, movements, feeling, and level of consciousness. So, ito na. Sobrang common ng seizures sa atin kasi minsan or madalas nating naririnig yung word na seizure. So, ang seizure is yung biglaang uncontrolled electrical disturbance sa brain natin, which is, it will lead to parang, in Tagalog word is, nangingisay or changes in your behavior or pag-iiba sa ugali ng isang tao or unusual movements niya or feeling and level of consciousness. Next is the flank pain. Flank pain in the side of the body, specifically in or between upper abdomen and the back. So, ang flank pain is a pain in the side of the body, specifically between sa upper abdomen and the back. Next is the muscle weakness. So, the muscle weakness, muscles become weak due to low levels of phosphate in the blood. So, dito, muscle weakness, na-experience siya ng taong which has a hypophosphatemia or masyadong mababa yung phosphate sa kanyang blood. Next is the tremors or involuntary shaking movements or yung panginginig ng isang tao. Next is the ataxia, impaired coordination and balance. So, impaired coordination, from the word impaired is parang mahihirapan kang mag-coordinate or i-balance yung body mo. Next is the paresthesias. So, abnormal sensations such as tingling or numbness or pins and needle sensation. So, paresthesias is yung parang needle, parang tinutusok ka ng needles or pins sa body mo. Parang cramming or cramps. Next is the anemia or deficiency of red blood cells. So, anemia is parang kulang ka sa red blood cells that will reduce oxygen delivery to the body tissues. So, ang anemia is kulang yung red blood cells that will lead to reduce oxygen delivery. to the body tissue. So, ang symptoms ng anemia, this includes yung parang manghihina ka, lagi kang pagod, shortness of breath, pananakit ng ulo, and pagkahilo. Next is the platelet dysfunction. So, platelet dysfunction condition which are crucial for blood clotting. So, ang platelet dysfunction or the platelets is crucial for blood clotting. So, kapag ang platelet is hindi na nagpa-function ng maayos or hindi na nagpa-function properly, it will lead to excessive or prolonged bleeding or matagal na pagdurugo. And then next is the impaired WBC function. So, impaired white blood cell function, which means that the white blood cells, which are essential for our immune system, are not working properly. So, impaired WBC function. So, from the word impaired, hindi na nagpa-function ng maayos yung WBC natin. So, ano nga ba yung WBC natin? So, ang WBC is para siyang sundalo ng body natin, which we're fighting virus or infections in our body. So, this can compromise the body ability to fight off infection. So, ayun nga, kapag hindi na nagpa-function ng maayos yung WBC natin or yung white blood cells or yung soldiers ng katawan natin is parang hindi na niya kayang i-fight off yung infection or other threats na papasok sa body natin. Next is the joint stiffness or paninigas ng kasukasuan. Next is the treatment. So, the treatment includes replacement therapy. So, ano nga ba yung replacement therapy? So, replacement therapy providing a substance that the body lacks due to deficiency, loss, or dysfunction. So, in scenario, replacement therapy example is, you have a hypophosphatemia. Yun nga, kulang ka sa phosphate in your blood. So, ang doctor or dietitian or nutritionist is mag-a-advise ng mga foods that are high in phosphate para mapunan yung kakulangan mo sa phosphate. Next is the oral preparations. Oral preparations are medications taken by mouth and absorbed through a gastrointestinal tract. So, ang oral preparation is yung medication na dumadaan sa bibig natin and then ina-absorb papunta sa gastrointestinal tract. Next is the hyperphosphatemia. From the word hyper is too much or high phosphate in our blood. So, what are the causes of hyperphosphatemia? So, acute phosphate overload. So, this can happen when there's too much phosphate. So, nangyayari ito kapag sobra-sobra yung phosphate natin into our blood. Or you take too much phosphate too quickly. Or parang nagtitake ka ng phosphate na nagdadahilan na masyadong mabilis na tataas yung phosphate mo. It's either galing from the medicine or galing sa mga kinakain mo. Next is the intracellular or extracellular shifts. So, sometimes phosphate can leak out of your cells. So, kapag sometimes naman is may mga conditions daw na ang phosphate is nagli-leak out palabas ng cells natin and into your bloodstream, such as in tumor lysis syndrome or rhabdomyolysis. So, ang rhabdomyolysis is a serious condition where yung damaged skeletal muscle breaks down rapidly. Yung damaged skeletal muscles mo daw is nagbe-break down rapidly and then releasing its contents in the blood system or the bloodstream that will lead to muscle weakness, pain, and swelling. Next is the impaired elimination. So, your kidneys are responsible for removing excess phosphate. So, one of the functions of your kidneys is to remove the excess phosphate. So, kapag ang kidneys natin is hindi na nagpa-function ng maayos and then hindi na niya ma-remove or masasala yung excess phosphate sa body natin, it will lead to CKD or chronic kidney disease. So, it will lead to chronic kidney disease or yung pagkasira ng kidneys natin. Next is the tetany and muscle spasms. So, high phosphate can lower calcium levels. So, ito na. So, kapag masyadong mataas yung phosphate ng isang tao, phosphate level ng blood natin, it can lower the calcium levels. So, leading to muscle issues. Next is the tingling. You might feel tingling around your mouth or in your fingers due to calcium imbalance. So, due to calcium imbalance, may mafe-feel kang nagtitingle or tingling sa mouth mo and then sometimes or oftentimes sa mga fingers mo or sa mouth mo. Next is the lethargy or you may feel tired or lethargy is parang lagi kang pagod or nafe-feel mong napapagod ka. Next is hyporeflexia, have reduced reflexes. So, nahihirapan ka ng, from the word reflexes, parang nahihirapan ka ng i-flex yung body mo or ibinat yung body mo. Next is the confusion and coma. So, in severe cases, brain function can be affected. So, sa severe cases ng hyperphosphatemia, yung brain function ng isang tao is pwedeng maapektuhan, leading to confusion or pwedeng mag-lead siya sa coma. Next is the hypotension and cardiac issues. So, pag masyadong mababa yung calcium ng isang tao and then masyadong mataas yung phosphate, it will cause or it will lead low blood pressure. So, ayun nga, kapag masyadong mababa yung calcium ng isang tao and then masyadong mataas yung phosphate it will lead to low blood pressure and then maapektuhan yung rhythm or heartbeats ng ating heart. Next is the directed at the cause of the disorder. So, alam naman natin na the first step is to identify and treat what causing the high phosphate. So, first step is i-identify mo yung nagkakos ng high phosphate mo and then yung treatment sa high phosphate mo. Next is the dietary restrictions. So, cut back on foods high in phosphate. So, ang gagawin mo in dietary restrictions, from the word restrictions is, i-restrict mo yung sarili mo sa mga food na high in phosphate, tulad ng milk or whatever, like the dairy foods, chocolates, especially the milk. Processed foods or yung mga hot dogs, or longganisas, tocinos, and then certain meats like meats ng chicken, meats ng beef, or turkey. Next is the phosphate binders. So, this medication helps prevent your body from absorbing phosphate from food. So, phosphate binders is a kind of medication na nag-help ng body mo to prevent para hindi niya ma-absorb yung phosphate na galing sa food. Next is the dialysis. So, dialysis, if your kidneys aren't working or functioning, so kapag ang kidneys mo is hindi na nagpa-function na maayos or nasira na like sa condition ng chronic kidney disease or hindi na siya nagpa-function, hindi na siya nakakasala ng maayos, hindi na niya nalilinis yung blood natin ng maayos, dialysis can help remove excess phosphate. So, dialysis will help. So, ang dialysis is parang machine yung papalit sa kidney mo para yung mga excess phosphate or yung mga toxins sa katawan mo is masala or matanggal. So, dialysis is usually talaga